How about this one? Go down. I gotta. This is a month ago now. Pre-baby. Go down to the Lafayette Street subway over here, the C train.
Oh boy.
So there's a guy. I'm down there alone. I got my pods in. I got my set to think about. Train shows up. There's a guy sitting on the subway stairs. Looks like Tyler Durden. He's wearing a leather jacket, like a crazy leather jacket with fur, a crazy colorful shirt, black and white striped pants, and crazy boots, like 60s rock and roll boots, like
Something
pointy.
Ace Ventura.
A little bit of that, but he's a hot guy. He's got cool hair. He's got some stubble. He's got some tats. So he's got a little Tyler Durden look.
Okay.
Now the train door opens. We all file in.
All right.
Hey, it's Brooklyn, so it's a diverse set of people.
Yeah, it's kooky out here.
Now this guy gets on the train and immediately starts going, "Wow! Ay, yeah!" Then he gets up on the seat and he's grabbing the pole and he's doing this. Wahoo! Like a cartoon character of a crazy person.
This sounds like me at a comedy festival when everyone's showing up.
Right. Yeah! He's that guy. And so you're immediately like, oh, this guy's on PCP, this guy, because he's like wildly energetic, just hopped up, ready to go. And so you're like, oh, God, why does it be on this exact train car? What the f? So you let him do it, and now he's in the mirror. He's in the reflection going like, ooh, baby, oh, yeah. He's making all these faces to himself. He's loving it. He's having the time of his life.
Uh-huh.
Then there's a heavy-set woman of color on the train, sitting there, looking at her phone, whatever, and he goes right up to her like this.
Oh, boy. Now, that's not the kind of people you want to mess with.
Yeah, and he's like, he's saying something to her. I got my AirPods in. I'm not listening. But she's looking up like, this guy's going to kill me. This guy's crazy. What's going to happen here? So I look at this guy to the right, kind of like that Dave Chappelle bit where we're like, we got to step in. So he's like, all right. And I'm like, all right. The two of us could take this guy, but he's so keyed up that he could probably just kick us both in the face with one of these. Hi-ya!
And he could have a weapon or shank or a cattle prod or whatever.
He had a backpack. Who knows what's in there? So he's terrorizing this woman. And I look at the guy, and I'm like, I think he's going to hit her. He's going to bite her. He's going to do something. This guy's nuts. So me and the guy get up, and this lady, to her credit, she goes, what are you going to do? Do it. Do it. I dare you. Do it.
Wow.
And the guy goes, whatever, and walks away and goes back to the glass and starts going, woo, yeah, doing all this shit. So we sit back down. This lady's my hero. Then he's like swinging on the poles and jumping up and down. He's doing backflips down the train. He's walking down the train up and down. And he finally goes, you a comedian?
What?
And I go, yeah. And he goes, funny stuff. And then keeps going.
Now you're with him.
I'm with him. I love the guy. I'm like, hey, you want to help beating up this black lady? I got you, buddy.
Wow. No kidding.
Crazy. So even in his crazy hopped up stupor, he recognized me.
Wow. And it's also crazy because you've reached a higher level of success because it used to just be the gays.
Sure.
Guys with, beards and Alice in Chains T-shirts.
I'll take that.
But now, because I've seen you with old businessmen, now you got the kooks. If you got the kooks,
I got the kooks.
You're going to be hosting SNL in the next couple of years. I'll bet you $100.
Well, here's the clinker. So now I'm like, now I'm confused. I hated this guy. I was scared of this guy. I want to fight this guy. Now this guy knows who I am. He probably listens to this. He's going to hear this. So hopefully he's not living around this area. But he stands up on the seat, and he's got his arms over the bar.
This
like
is
that.
post-recognizing you?
Yes.
This is one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life.
It's crazy. And people are coming in the train because it's still stopping. And people are coming in like...
You kept making all the stops?
Yeah, he kept ringing the bell. So now he whips out a pipe of some kind.
Whoa! It's all pipes.
It's all pipes. Like a crack pipe or a vape pipe, something. But he's like, now he's just toking on the plane. He's lighting... It's got the bubble going. It's got a little bong on it. Some kind of crazy glass pipe. Now,
God almighty,
he's blowing smoke all over the train. And this could be angel dust or fentanyl. Who knows what it is?
Earlier, he was blowing it up your ass.
That's true. Gladly, I'll take it. Now, the conductor comes out. He comes in. He's like, what the going on in here? Like some old dude with a little conductor hat. Choo-choo. And he's like, what's going on in here? And the guy's like, mind your business, whatever. And now these two are going at it, like an umpire and a pitcher. And they throw him off the train. But the with the lady, no one cared about. The smoking got him off.
Well, smoking's illegal. Chatting with a big lady, I guess, is tougher to monitor.
If that was illegal, I would have gone to jail in high school.
Oh, believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was like menacing. He was in her face
God,
like this,
that is
standing
terrifying.
over her.
Well, that's good that he smoked then. Get them out of here.
Yeah, and boy, shit gets real. Your body starts doing things when you're like about to, because you start picturing like, all right, I'll rip him off, and then what's the other guy going to do? And then you maybe get an elbow or a kick in the face. Who knows what?
But this is what's scary about raising children in this godforsaken hellhole of a city.
You got that right.
Especially out here. You get on the train with the baby, and you're thinking, okay, we're going to go to the zoo and pet the monkeys, and then all of a sudden there's a guy with a tire iron and face paint screaming at you.
Here, here.
And now your son just sees you as a goddamn piece of shit because I'm like, oh, take my wallet, take my kid, I don't care, touch my wife's tits.
Totally. He was a white gentleman, this guy. So he was,
sure. Well, I could tell by the pants.
The pants, the Tyler Durden. Yeah. He had like a bit of a mohawk thing going on. So he was a kook for sure. And I got hats off to this fat black chick because she did not flinch.
Well, fat black women are scared of nothing. I mean, they're the top of the food chain as far as terrifying and badass. And
you got that right, Fatty.
I mean, I wouldn't talk to a fat black woman if you were like, here's $350,000.
No.
And she's, her feet are duct taped together.
Right,
I'd be like, ma'am, you're working hard. God bless you.
If you're in the ring with Lizzo, just go ahead and tap out.
You know, I don't think I would recognize Lizzo if she walked into this room right now.
Really?
I know she's fat, but this she's black is news to me. She's a black lady?
Fat black with a flute.
What?
Fat black.
She plays the flute?
She plays the flute. That's what put her on the map.
No kidding.
It might have been a long sausage she was eating, but it looked like a flute.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right. I just remember the story about the thing because I was on We Might Be Drunk. She made fun of her people or called them fat or something like that.
Yeah, she put bananas in her clam and they had to eat them.
Is that true?
Yeah. And the whole joke was, when's she been near a banana?
Oh, wow. No kidding.
Yeah. I should have tweeted that. But, so that was one kook.
This is terrifying. By the way, I got to take the 4 train home in about 10 minutes. I'm terrified.
Well, 3 days later, I had this guy. We've all seen this guy. Now, nothing really happened, so I don't want to make this a crazy story, but you know the guy on the train, he's playing music really loud, and he's crazy, and he's going, do it. I dare you. He's talking to nobody. He's just staring straight ahead. He's like, I dare you. I'll beat all y'all asses. Do it. Do it. Full volume. Just screaming.
He's talking to nobody and everybody.
Yes. So we're all kind of like, and one guy drops his phone just randomly. Just a guy sitting there drops his phone. And so the guy goes, you trying to start? You want to go? You dropping your phone? Whoa. What if I take your phone? And the guy was like, he's like, I cut you. I'll cut all of you. I'll cut everybody on here. And I'm on the bar, right on the end, the last seat with the bar here. He's standing here. So I'm just like, oh, God. You don't want to make any moves because he'll flinch. The phone dropping flinched him. What am I going to do? So he rode from the first stop I got on to my house. And it was like a good 28 minutes of just him above me. And I was looking at him through the reflection, just keeping tabs on him.
It's a good move.
But, yeah, that was it. But it was like 30 minutes of just fear and shaking and like, do I have to do something? The back of your hairs are up for 30 full minutes.
Well, a couple things.
Please.
One, the other thing is if you move, you're always scared they're going to follow you and go, were you moving?
Yeah,
You'd
exactly.
scare me?
Exactly.
Because that's happened before. But you didn't think to just pretend it's your stop and move to the next car? That's what I do. But then you got to worry that they see you get to the next car and they come and call you out of that. I always change cars.
I, of course, had that thought. But then I had this ego bullshit where I go, I'm not moving.
Right.
I'm sitting here. I'm a tax-paying, cum-guzzling Tuesday. I got a right to be on this train, too. You're not intimidating me. So I'm sitting here. Sure, I'm uncomfortable. Sure, it's awkward. Sure, I wanted this guy to be killed. But why should I move?
Right. I'm finishing my coffee.
Yeah. So I stayed on the train, and I absorbed all that mother.
No, it's terrifying. I mean, I'm about to take the 5 train from your house to my house, and it's like 3 stops, but it's off peak because traffic's going the opposite direction. I'm going Brooklyn to Manhattan. The traffic's going Manhattan to Brooklyn. I'm petrified. I hate it.
It's still somewhat early, but the night does not
care. The night has
care.
fallen, and it's quiet, and it's all changed When I was a boy, when I first moved here, I was like, give me the empty train. I'd go to the back, and you have a train to yourself so you can scream obscenities. Now I'm like, I want the packed train in the middle.
Yep.
This. But the city, hopefully it switches back. I mean, Trump's deporting every Tom, Dick, and Harry. So hopefully he scoops up all these criminals and shoves them in my asshole.
Well, the word on the street, and this is just a YouTube video I saw, is they put all these cops down in the subway because the congestion pricing and the cold pushed everybody in the train.
Right.
So the hobos go down there to get warm, and then all the commuters are down there. So now it's bedlam.
Well, I was in a cab, and it was one of those like, boop, 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 10:20. We give you the news, and you give us 10 minutes, and we'll blow you.
Yeah.
And they said, Governor Hochul, who I think, because she gave a press conference, we talked about it, she was like, the subway, crime is down. And that day, the guy lit the lady on fire.
Yes.
So she was like, it happened today?
Right.
Me. So I think she was like, all right, I got to double down, triple down. So I think this is supposed to be cops. But that's at night. It's like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., whatever the fuck. So I'm a goner.
You can get stabbed during the day just as quick there.
What?
Yeah. Everything's flipping and flying. I saw Mayor Adams is talking to Tucker Carlson. He's like, the Dems turned on me, and Biden made me eat my ass and all this stuff. And you're like, what's happening in the world?
Well, it's all cuckoo and
pipes.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But, hopefully there's more and more cops and people. God bless the police. We love you.
That's the other thing. Everybody hates the cops, so the numbers went way down. No one's applying to be a cop. He's like, I don't want to be yelled at by a blue-haired whore.